Oh, we got a bite. We got a bite. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. He does. He's got it. What's happening, everybody? Here's how the story goes. I needed a battery for my Honda Monkey. I went to Virginia Beach, Virginia to get a battery from Cycle World, and while I was in Virginia Beach, Virginia, I decided there's an antique store over here I want to go in. Long story short, after we got the battery, I went in the antique store. I thereby zigzagged up and down the aisles like a crazy person until I found a whole bunch of reels laying at the bottom of one of these glass cabinets. Big showcase. Found 2 reels in there that I wanted. A 40th anniversary Johnson Century and a weird one, a record. Okay, that's what they're called, record. Swiss made record, all aluminum housing, aluminum spin, plastic spool. Man, just the coolest thing you'd ever seen in your life. Well, I wanted to use that one so bad it was killing me. So last night I dove into this thing. Now this thing is Swiss made, okay? Give you a little history lesson. It's Swiss made, and it's also the people that were originally hired by Abu Garcia to make their reels for them. Swiss made, Abu Garcia, that time frame, the ambassador, you know what I'm saying, Swiss made. Well, I couldn't stand it. I tore it apart last night. It scared me half to death. What you're getting ready to see are some extremely bad video, of me tearing it apart, cleaning it out, and putting it back together. Now, there's only one video that I've seen on YouTube of a man tearing that thing apart and putting it back together. He did a really good job, so I'm not going to try to outdo what he did. Second Chance Tackle, you get a chance, look him up. He's got one of these things and he's tearing it apart. If you are more interested and want to see me take it apart again and show you some more things about it, I guess I can at some point, but don't expect me to completely disassemble it because it probably isn't going to happen. I might take the covers off and show you the inside, but that would be about it because I was scared to death taking that thing apart. It's Swiss made, people. Swiss made, okay? Whew. Anyway, here's a little bit of that. Tearing it apart, put it back together. It's going to be very fast because this video is going to be very fast. Here it is. I told you it was going to be very fast because, you know, that tear down, clean up, all that put back together. Well, you know what? It worked. Everything worked in it. I was amazed. This thing is from the 50s, okay? The early 50s. And that thing works like a champ. So what we're getting ready to do, which I've already done, but now I'm going to tell you that that's what I did, is go fishing. And I'm excited because I took that thing fishing and it worked. I'm going to show you something real quick. There it is. Record. Let me do this without hitting anything today. That is the coolest thing I've ever fished with. One of the first, if not the first, bottom, you get it? See this down here, this big cap down here? This is your drag, the bottom drag. It's got a rubber bushing inside of there with almost what seemed to be some sort of felt or maybe even leather base piece underneath that rubber bushing. You tighten this down, it pushes against the main rod inside, which pulls down on your spool, thereby creating your drag. It has no clicker inside that I have found. Thank goodness, I couldn't have tolerated that. Has the half bail. It also has a little finger flip for the bail. It works both ways. You either retrieve it, it pops in, or you can push it in manually. Has an all aluminum crank to set the difference from, you know, free spooling in both directions to a very, very untechnical, I guess you'd say. Well, maybe for the time frame it was technical. Anti-reverse. Anti-reverse was the word I was going for. Okay, there is an anti-reverse, but it goes about 3.5 inches. So you got to really keep your hand on the thing. This is this little, I almost made a cymbal crash. That little piece right there, you spin that backwards and forwards, and that's your anti-reverse and your free spooling, okay? I've got it on a PC Flame. I hit that cymbal. A PC Flame, 6'6", and this is a medium fast rod. Let's go fishing. Enough talk. I've already been fishing, but let me take you fishing. Let's go back in time. I've never used a worm on one of these squirt jigs before, but we are going to try so I don't have to tie on another hook because the sun is going down. We're going to give it a try. This is really not a big enough hook in my book, but get off me, grass. If this works, it'll absolutely baffle me, surprise me, but we're going to try it. Oh, we got a bite, we got a bite. I think he's got it, I think he's got it, I think he's got it. He does, he's got it. We got a fish, people. We got a fish. We got a fish. Not a bad fish either. He's trying his best to take me way over there. Come on over here. Yeah, that's a good one. There we go. There we freaking go, man. Ah, that is such a good feeling right there. My little trick worked. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. My little trick worked. We are recording. Let's make sure. That is a good pounder right there. Pound and a half, maybe pound and a quarter, somewhere in there. Thank you very much. Got himself together and off he goes. Oh, we're getting hit. We're getting hit. We got him. 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 Come here. Come here to me. Oh, this is awesome. Look at that. Oh, that's so awesome. Man, can't even begin to tell you. Oh, it's another picture taking moment with Willie on Wanna Go Fishing. Look at this. That is something. And I truly, truly, truly hope this thing's recording. Yes, we're recording. But there you go. Record, or record, however you want to say it. Half bale, made in Switzerland. This company eventually started working for Abu Garcia and making their reels. It's an aluminum housing, an aluminum spinner here. What a technical word, I can't recall. Some sort of hard brown plastic that you used to see back in the 50s for a spool. Probably one of the first, if not the first, bottom drag systems. And just an all-around cool daggone reel. And it's out here catching fish. And it was sitting in a cabinet 5 days ago in an antique store. Let's see if we can get this. And there he goes. And there we go home. What'd you think of that? Man, that, I can't tell you how much fun that is. I can tell you how much fun it is, but I can't make it mean that much. When you take something like this, in the shape that it was in, barely functioning, dirty, old grease from way back. I mean, chiseling it out with a flathead screwdriver. The only thing that happened during the cleaning was I lost a little paint right there. Something had gotten on it at some point and it kind of had wrinkled. Yeah, it was this right here. Kind of had wrinkled that paint already, and it was just coming off. So I could just take my fingernail and just do that. The rest of the paint was fine. So anyway, when you take something like that and you completely tear it apart and put it back together and it functions like it should, and you've got it out there doing something that it probably hasn't done, you know, in maybe 50 years, man, that's fun. It's a blast. It's an absolute blast. Those were two pretty good sized fish. I really was just going out there to see if they would just to see if the reel would work like it was supposed to more than anything. Catching a couple fish was quite a bonus. And I was using a worm. I had a purple June bug style, I think that was June. What was that I was using? Zoom. It was a Zoom. June bug. And the way I was doing it, using one of the small squirt jigs, the 1/16 ounce squirt jigs, running it through there. The hook was way up toward the head, and there must have been 5 inches of worm behind it. Working it really slow because it's cold, okay? Best I can get you, it's really cold. Working it really slow, man. And when I felt those tugs, I knew they had it. Was heavy. Oh man, that was a blast, absolute blast. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I enjoyed fishing more than I did anything. I enjoyed the two things, I'm gonna tell you the two things I enjoyed the most. Getting that reel back together and it working like it was supposed to, and going fishing and catching those two fish. Man, I cannot wait to get that thing back out again somewhere and catch a couple more fish with it. So I hope you enjoyed this early 1950s record, all aluminum, bottom drag, half bale spinning reel. It's a good thing that they didn't put that name on it, because there wouldn't have been any room, or the reel would have been as big as it'd have been big. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, man. It was fun doing it. See you next time.